Hello, welcome to the Southampton Boat Show. I'm Frances Howarth and this is my husband Michael Howarth.
We're here to look at boats, and we've been doing that most of our lives. We've been sailing our own boat in the Caribbean, we've been chartering, we've been crew on super yachts and the really big large yachts, and now we write about them in magazines and talk about them on television.
We're here to see all the things there are, both the boats on the water and the equipment.
There's plenty to see and plenty to do here at Southampton. We've got big boats, we've got Princess, we've got Sunseeker, we've got Oyster, which is a beautiful sailing yacht, we've got a Rustler 37, we've got motorboats, we've got sailing boats, we've got fun for everyone. So, come on with us.
What a perfect boat for a couple to go blue water cruising.
Yeah, it's got everything that you'd need. You could go just about anywhere in the world in this. It's really well set up and perfect.
Let's go up forward and have a look at the rig.
Okay, I'll go. Nice, big, wide. You'd need safety lines and life jackets if you were blue water cruising, but nobody'd do that. Nobody'd go without that. She's not a nice beam. Carries her beam nicely at the after end.
Yes.
Very nicely laid out. Easy to handle. All the lines leading aft into the cockpit for safety.
Life raft here.
Yep.
A solar panel too.
Rustler 37. She's British built, built for a couple to sail around the world. There are two cabins. There's one nice, big, wide cabin in the forepeak, and there's an occasional double berth for the time when you need to bring guests up.
I like the storage down below as well. Ample. There's no two ways whenever you go cruising, even if you're only going for a short time, you certainly need storage.
Yeah, and the big double berth that's in the forepart is really good for a couple. And there's still this nice double berth here for occasional guests, because you can bet your bottom dollar you're cruising into the Caribbean, they're always going to have guests coming out to stay.
You certainly are. We used to, didn't we?
Yeah. I mean, when we were in Antigua, people used to phone up and say, if you're going to be there for a little while, let's come on over.
And there's plenty of room in the cockpit. I can see that you could even sleep there if necessary when you're underway, which sometimes you need to do.
Well, in the tropics, you're not going to want air conditioning on a boat like this, so you come out and let God do the air conditioning. Of course, we haven't taken her out, but I am told that she sails very well. She points up to about 35 degrees, maybe, and I challenged the speed, and I said I thought she'd do about 6.5, and I'm told no, she'll do seven day in, day out. And if you are going around the world, that's the sort of speed you need to do.
She's been well designed, hasn't she, with all the sail controls leading back to the cockpit.
Yeah, it's so important that when you are sailing in rough weather, that you don't venture out of the cockpit unless you really have to. And of course, this boat's well set up for safety lines and it's nice walkway through. So, but being in the cockpit's always the safest thing, I think.
Let's go, darling.
Nice boat, I think.
Lovely,
yeah.
Lovely. Yes, I could feel very at home on her. Richard, thank you so much for showing me on board. She is a lovely yacht and brings back so many memories of my time when I sailed away and left England on board a very similar style of boat. But oh, there's been so many changes since, and the amount of light from those windows that we just never had in the hull. I think she's a very beautiful boat. Tell me a little more about her.
Well, this is the Oyster 625, which we launched in 2011. She's one of our more popular models. We've sold 16 of these since that launch. She's 62.5 foot long. She weighs about 33 tons. And she's designed to be able to sail either short-handed on your own with family and friends, as well as being able to take on board a deckhand or even a professional crew. And some of our owners even do charter them commercially so they can be used by other people when they're not using them themselves. And as you can see, she's got huge amounts of glass, 3 windows in the side of the hull. So down below she's arranged in a manner that she's very comfortable for living on board for long periods of time. Most of our owners sail them in the Mediterranean or the Caribbean. A number sail further afield than that. We have our own world rallies, so people sail through the Pacific and right around the world. And this yacht is capable of doing that type of sailing for extended periods of time.
Richard, she's a yacht designed for worldwide cruising. What sort of speeds do you think she will get under sail and under motor?
Well, her hull speed is around 10 knots. She'll probably cruise between 7 to 10 knots, most kind of points of sail. And of course, you get a good wave or you're really pushing the boat. I've heard stories from our owners of getting over 15. It depends on the conditions and a number of different factors. But she's a fantastic passage-making yacht. She weighs 33 tons, so very, very safe, very secure in the seaway. You can carry sail for longer and very comfortable when the conditions get tough.
How about the sail plans? What options are there?
This yacht is sloop as standard, and there's many different options. There's double-headed rigs, there's removable inner forestays with Hankton storm jibs. The configuration on the yacht behind me is very common with a cutter rig configuration, so a staysail just aft of the main genoa. It gives you a very flexible sail plan with powered systems to be able to adjust sail from a very big light wind sail plan to something for very, very strong winds, very low and the low centre of gravity. So this is the kind of popular solution for blue water cruising, ocean sailing, short-handed.
What is special about this yacht?
First of all, she's an Oyster, so she's built to the highest possible standards. She really is the Rolls-Royce or the Bentley of yachts, or the Aston Martin, whichever your car you like to drive. She is built to the highest handcrafted standards in Britain, either in Wroxham in Norfolk or here in Southampton. So inside she's the ultimate in luxury and comfort. Her build itself is absolutely to the highest level, so she has huge strength of construction, solid GRP, carbon and Kevlar below the waterline, and built to be a very, very safe and secure yacht for a family or a couple or people who want to do some exciting sailing further afield.
The owners who buy these yachts, are they from all over the world? Do you have an average profile for the type of person who likes an Oyster of this size?
The typical owner profile will be somebody who has found some time and has some wealth and also has their health. So it's normally somebody who may sell their business or retire from a job and generally may have acquired some funds to be able to go off and enjoy themselves. The owner of this yacht behind me is based in Singapore, and he sailed his first yacht, which was an Oyster also, back from Singapore to here to pick up his new yacht, which he intends to sail back in that direction.
It's been a great day at the show, hasn't it? I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we've seen a lot, but there's more to see, and I think we're going to have to come back tomorrow.
Oh, that would be great. I'm really looking forward to it. There's a lot I want to see.
We've enjoyed ourselves immensely, and we'll come back and bring you more. Until then, it's good night from me.
And good night from me.